To the right side. Here they come to the left side. Again, they've had some success, but the Panthers have really changed things up, and now they're forcing the ball carrier back to the inside and shutting them down.
That time it was Chance Tremble.
So the ball is at the Panther 22-yard line. It is 3rd down and 7 to go. 8:34 to go in the first half. 7-3 our score. A well-played, for the most part, penalty. Not free, but not a lot of penalties called. They run it off to the right side, trying to pound it forward.
They're going to be short, Randy. That was good defensive stand there. If you noticed, they ran their tight end, Steely Smith, the 6'4", 255, into the backfield to serve as the lead blocker for Fleming on that play, but it didn't work.
So Fleming comes up short, 4th down and 4, and the Roadrunners turn about here. They will try a field goal of their own. This will be a 36-yard attempt. It's on the left hash. And they will try to get the 3 back they just gave up. Hold is down, the kick is up, it is good. So they come back and get that 3 points back. Israel Farfan puts it through for the Roadrunners, and now it's 10-3, 7:33 to go in the first half. Glad to have you along here. I am Randy along with Will James. This is SportsNetUSA.net. Panthers come in 2-5, and the Roadrunners 4-3. Both teams won last week and looking to keep that going. Now the Panthers will send out their return team and see if they can't respond.
Thus far, I'm extremely impressed with Butte. There's no mystery to me why they've rattled off 4 straight wins to take a lead in the conference standings. And at the same time, I'm impressed thus far with what Sac City's been able to do defensively to contain somewhat, yielding 10 points here in the first quarter and a half. And their offense got a couple of breaks, but only could cash in a field goal. So let's see how this rocks.
Forfan puts it deep, and it goes into the end zone. That will be touched dead there. It was Gillum, I believe, was back, had that ball go over his head. So
Farfan really put a foot into that. I cannot say it was wind aided, but he buried that in the end zone.
Panthers get the football at their own 25-yard line. 75 yards away from possibly tying this game up. That would be a huge boost if they could go in at halftime, knotted at 10. So Laird brings him out, and he will be joined in the backfield by Braylon White. Man goes in motion. Laird, I thought he was going to be sacked. He rolls out, throws it out of bounds. Good job by Laird, good decision. Had nowhere to go. I definitely thought he was going to take the sack. He came out of that pile, rolls right, throws it incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Keith Brown was open on the near sideline, but Laird was not in a good position to get him the football, and he basically threw that away to save a sack.
Now Brown's on the left side. Gillum down here on the right. They are going to run it to White, and White will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing. Butte's D-line just chopped it up, disrupted all the blocking, and there was no hole to go through, no room whatsoever. Tough D-line play there.
This is really can't overstate it. This is a critical play for the Panthers. They put a little bit of a drive together, got on the board, but now they're in danger of going 3 and out. 3rd down and 11. Here they come after him. Laird throws it, has a man, it's caught. That's a 1st down on the far sideline, hauled down near the 46-yard line. Give credit to Laird. I don't know how he stood in there, but he did. Fires it out to Mack. Mack did not lose ground, picks up the 1st down. Panthers are in business at their own 47.
Pickup of 22 on a key 3rd down hookup.
Now there's Scattaboo. Will they run it right up the middle? They do. It's a high snap. Scattaboo carrying defenders with him as he gains 9.
All the way to the Butte 45, so a little bit of momentum here and some optimism and some crisp hitting by that O-line of the Panthers.
Keith Brown wide to the left side. Panthers on the roll. High snap again. Throws it over to the left side. Brown has it. Brown makes a move and goes down to the 25. Good running by Brown.
You notice how quick they're snapping the football. They're not giving Butte defense a chance to make adjustments. They're hurrying up, no huddle, clickety, clickety, click.
And they've got it set again. Another high snap, and Scattaboo up the middle. He's got a huge hole and is wrestled down near the 16-yard line. There you go, Will. You talked about north and south, not east and west. That's how he likes to run. It's another 1st down for Sac City. They are on the move, trying to tie this game up. Laird goes under center. Now he looks over, and they're waiting for the chain gang to move the chains and get set up.
Sac City not happy about that
Not
delay.
at all. So now Laird goes under center, gives it to Scattaboo, and one time too many to the well. 2 men. No, make it 3. We're right there. Scattaboo will lose a couple.
Questionable call there from this armchair quarterback. The previous 4 plays were plus 22, plus 8, plus 17, and plus 12 with rapid succession, and the delay prevented them from continuing on that pace.
So they lose 2. 2nd down and 12 to go. Ball at the 20. Laird rolls right. Scattaboo has it. He's got a man. He'll push him down and gain a couple.
He's back to the original line of scrimmage or close to it. And it's going to bring up a key 3rd down.
Laird trying to get the Panthers into the end zone for the first time here this half. 4:40 to go, 10-3. Butte College over Sac City. Panthers have used the fast, quick snap most of the time. And now the play clock, well, they're going to take their first time out here in the first half.
That was the only wise call to make at that point. A touchdown could tie this ball game up for the Panthers. And 4:21 left. They want to make sure that everybody's together on this. It's another key 3rd down. They need to make 11 yards on this. Both clubs played tough on the road.
3rd down and 11 to go. Laird floats it out. Scattaboo makes the first man miss, pounds the second 2, and is very close to the 1st down. Man, I think he's going to be a little bit short by where they're standing right now, maybe a yard, but let's see how they mark it.
It is going to be extremely close, and now the moment of decision for Danny Walker and the Panther offensive coordination. And the field goal unit's coming out. They do not roll the dice. They're going to go for a chip shot to try to pull within 4.
So Barnby comes out and will attempt a 26-yarder. It's up. It looks good. It is good. So his second field goal here in the first half cuts the lead to 10-6, 3:29 to go. A good drive, but once again, unfortunately for the Panthers, another golden opportunity, and they make something of it, but not the most of it. Butte with a couple national championships to their credit, and everyone knows about Aaron Rodgers playing there, and Larry Allen, the former Dallas Cowboy All-Star, as the kick is short and taken on the dead run at the 20. That was a huge running catch, and the return up to the 31-yard line. That's that is good and bad all in the same breath. That could have bounced off and gone anywhere.
Or severe injury.
So now the Roadrunners with the ball at their 31-yard line, 3:23 to go. Coach Walker went conservative twice there, gets on the board, and now looks to his defense maybe to get one turnover here before the first half ends. Well played game, Will. We talk about what both teams did last week, but this is a good game. And now somebody moves early. might have been the old jinx there.
You did it, Randy.
Yeah.
Well, up to that point, we've had a minimum of penalties. And back to that last sequence, both teams got momentum from that sequence. Sac City got 3 on the board to pull a little closer, yet Butte had the satisfaction of making the stop and forcing the 3 ball.
1st and 15 after they march off the 5 illegal motion. King fires it out. He has a man out there. Oh, beautiful move inside. That'll pick up about 12.
Golly, I got to wonder about that coverage. Sac City defensive back Ben Walls gave a 20-yard cushion to the wide receiver over there. Anybody could have curled underneath that to get open.
Steven Robinson, their top receiver this season.
You can't give that much cushion. Play up tighter. Unless you're so terrified about getting beat deep, you can't give up that much room.
Snap back, King fires out to the left side. That's caught. Just 2 or 3 yards on that reception.
Okay, Taylor King, nickel and diming both sides. First to the right, now to the left. They're throwing underneath the coverage, settling for the short bites. They get 4 more on that play. Moving the ball. Still 2:35 to go, and maybe they're looking to draw the DBs up and throw over the top in the next play or so.
Combs hauls that one in for the Roadrunners, and now we've got a timeout taken, or is it just the officials calling timeout?
It's going to be a penalty.
All right. Well, they set it down on the other hash mark.
Now we've got a conference between our umpire and referee on the far side of the field. I won't even speculate. But our head linesman, here we go, is lining up like he's going to walk off a penalty. What in the world?
Well, they're not on the same page on this. So it's 2nd down and 7 to go. They're going to snap it from there.
Pulled the tight end back again to block.
Yes, they did, but they fake it. They throw it deep. You thought that was coming over. Shot his receiver. It was there.
Just as we figured, they suck up those DBs with those short curl routes and then fake the line dive and go for the home run derby over the top.
Combs, again, the intended receiver. He had a couple steps, and the Panthers are lucky that one did not end up in a deep, deep 6.
Well constructed, and you saw the tight end again shift into the backfield to presumably become a lead blocker. That was a well-structured play.
Really well done. 3rd down and 7. King now. No pressure whatsoever. Steps up, and it's incomplete. He threw that one low, or that would have been enough for a 1st down.
it was low, and these wide receivers have so much running room, either slanting across the middle of the field or short curls to the outside.
Stephen Robinson, again the intended receiver, but a good job by the Panthers. They got a little bit of help from the Roadrunners receivers. 2:18 to go, and they have held, and Butte will have to punt the football away. And dropping back, Isaiah Harborth. He's at his 10. It's a high spiral. Oh, he fumbled the football, and Butte has it. Butte has the football. Oh.
I saw it coming.
Yep.
He didn't come on strong enough, and he had to field it like below his knees and didn't do the scoop job. So he's coming off the field with some assistance.
That is a tough break for the Panthers. Their defense held. They had a chance to go down and cut into the lead or take the lead with a touchdown going into halftime, but now with 2:06 to go, out comes the offense from Butte.
Isaiah Harborth attempting to field the punt below the waist on the run here in the closing 2 minutes of the half has set up Butte after the fumble.
And throwing it deep, it's wide open. That's going to be a touchdown unless he cannot. He does not hang on to it. Wow. It was there. The pass was slightly underthrown.
Jacob Kremen had the coverage, and he was beaten flat.
Combs again, the receiver.
And it's possible that the sun may have had a bearing on that play. There's shadows across about 2/3 of the field, but in that area of the end zone, it's still bright as can be.
It is bright and sunny. You're right over there. But Combs cannot hang on to it. Second down and 10, but Fleming's in the backfield. I expect a run here by Fleming. He gets the carry, goes up the middle, pounds it ahead inside the 15.
He's a good-looking back.
He's a good-looking back. A lot of good-looking backs in this league.
Now, he could start for anybody.
The guy a couple of years ago looked pretty good. Devontae Booker looked pretty good at ARC. We're down to a minute and a half to go. Now he's looking pretty good at Utah. Fleming gets the carry again, back to the left side, and the Panthers respond. That will be very close to the first down. Again, I think he'll be short.
Tremendous D-line play on that occasion by three Panthers, led by Tyler Mickens, 5'11", 290-pound freshman out of Cosumnes Oaks in Elk Grove. Wrapped him around, bear hugged around the knees, and then the pile on afterward to snuff that out. 4th and 1.
Jeff Jordan says, let's go for it. It's 4th and 1 to go. The ball is at the 12-yard line.
They have 2 timeouts left. Why are they letting so much time come off the clock?
Well, they call it now. So they take their second timeout here in the first half. We'll just keep it right here as the time winding down. 43 seconds, 10-6 is our score. Well-played game, very evenly matched so far.
Now we'll see how cagey head coach Jeff Jordan is going to be here with 4th and less than a yard and 43 seconds. He might just try to pull one of those plays out of his suitcase where they fake the dive and go over the top for the touchdown.
Well, it's set up perfectly for that point. It's right in the center of the field, and you've got Fleming, who's a threat. You have to figure the Panthers will be keen on Fleming. So number 20 stays lined up deep back. He's got a fullback in front of him. 4th down and less than a yard to go. King under center. The Panthers come up at him, and he breaks through. They keep it on the ground. They do not go for the deep pass, but not a bad option when you give it to Fleming and he picks it up.
They had one receiver leak out to the far corner of the end zone.
They'll probably give it back to Fleming again. Why not?
They haven't started the clock yet after having moved the chains, so they gave Butte a real break here. Now they start the clock.
Fleming again, over to the right side, pounded backwards.
Now that was stacked up, and he was driven back after he tap danced to about the 6. So he might see. Now, why have they stopped the clock? Is that a timeout?
It would have to be. They call timeout. Butte takes their last timeout in the first half. The Panthers still have 2 up on the board. And we are looking at 2nd down and goal from just outside the 6. A lot of different offensive weapons that Coach Jordan can go to.
With no timeouts, you still got to figure he's got time for at least 2 well-constructed plays, depending on if they can get out of bounds or what have you, maybe 3.
Yeah, he's got a nice position right here. He can keep it on the ground, go to the air. They've been very good at that misdirection, come back with a screen pass as well. That's worked pretty good here in the first half.
And if they have to settle, Farfan has shown a terrific leg, and from that range, that should be just about automatic if the snap and spot are good. So Butte in the driver's seat here, the Panthers trying to adjust.
Unfortunately, this all came off of the Harborth fumble on the kickoff return, setting this drive up. Watch over to the right side, cutting it back to the left side, but maybe a gain of a yard, hard to say. Not a lot of movement down there. And they don't have any timeouts left now.
They might have to spike here and go for the field goal on 4th unless they've got 2 plays called in advance.
6 seconds to go. King drops back, shoots it to the end zone. Oh, that is tremendous coverage in the left corner of the end zone.
Ben Walls.
Ben Walls. What a job he did. Turned around at the right time and knocked it down.
So they're going to force the field goal. And they did have 2 plays called in advance. They didn't huddle. They didn't even think about it. They ran that play rapidly. So good execution, but tough defense.
Miles Fishback will be the holder, and this will be a 22-yard field goal attempt by Farfan. Good snap. The kick is good. That was an odd-looking kick. And right as the first half buzzer sounded, good. So on the fumbled kickoff, Butte College, they make Sac City pay. They go down and get a last-second field goal up on the board at the end of the first half. They lead 13-6, a wild, well-played first half, the kind of game you like to see. Not a lot of flags, not a lot of penalties, well-executed plays. Good game, so the first half in the books, and we encourage you to keep it here for the second half. We will not have a halftime interview. Unfortunately, we tried a few different things, and they just didn't work out today, so keep it right here, relax. Take care of yourself, come back for the second half and more exciting Panther football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Glad to have you back here for the second half and a well-played game, 13-6 on the board with the Butte College kicking off here. We'll have some stats after the kickoff. All right, so we're lining up, and the Panthers going left to right now. Most of the sun has gone down, so the sun is only at one end zone. And the kick is away off to the left side, taken back at the 2-yard line, fumbled, picked up at the 10, the 18, and that will just about do it. A short return for the Panthers. And it could have been disaster. But
well, Dwayne Darden bobbled it momentarily deep inside the 5 and was able to get it out to the 21. So average field position, no harm, no foul, but a little bit of a carryover on the jitters that we saw from Isaiah Harborth and the fumbled punt that cost the Panthers 3 in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, that was a tough one for the Panthers to take. So the Panthers offense back out on the field. Opening possession here in the second half. They're going to run the ball. They're trying to establish that run game. Not a lot doing in that first half. Darden runs out to the left side. Take a quick look at some of the numbers here. Ground and 92 yards in the air. That pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage for 127 total yards in the first half.
Reflecting back on the game here, that's the third pass disrupted by the defensive line. 2 were batted down, including that one, and another one was tipped.
3rd down and 7 now for the Panthers. First possession, and we've got a one-on-one matchup over here on the right side. Darden goes in motion, and they try to run the screen to the other way. That is no good. Scattaboo had the football. Now there's a pile up. Is it a fumbled football or not? I have not seen a signal from the officials.
One of the Butte players came out of the pile up not wearing a helmet. It must be getting awfully rough down there. A lot of people scrambling what they thought might have been a loose football. We'll sort this out for you. A red flag was tossed and picked up.
So the Panthers screen pass loses yardage. It brings up 4th down and 11 to go. They are just shy of the 20-yard line. They will have to punt the football away. Not a good opening drive here in the third quarter, as the Panthers coming out looking to maybe tie this game up. Instead, they go 3 and out, and they'll put their it's a low snap. Beautiful punt, though. Franzen gets it away. It's taken at the 44. A huge hole, trying to cut back across the field on the return down to the Panther 33.
Joe Johnson fielded that punt inside the Butte 45. There wasn't a Panther within 15 yards of him. A huge alley. He ran 25 yards without being touched. Not an example of good downfield coverage.
So the Panthers have not come out and gotten off to a good start here in the third quarter. Let's see if the defense can respond. It's still Taylor King at quarterback. Give his off to the left side, and that's another nice gain down to the 27-yard line they go. That is Fleming.
He changed directions 3 times in about a 6-yard distance there to account for that 6 yards. Excellent back right there and a pleasure to watch.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Fleming, the leading ball carrier for Butte College, actually in the game in the first half. And he'll get the carry to the right side. Finds a hole. Will be held short of the first down. In the first half, Fleming carried the ball 14 times, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, in the air, Taylor King was doing it, 10 for 17, 108. And top receiver was Robert Combs, 3 catches, 25 yards. Joe Johnson added 2 for 22 yards. 3rd down and 3 now for the Roadrunners, as King will go under center. Panthers lining everybody up on the line of scrimmage. Looking for number 20. He gets the carry, cuts it outside, cuts it back inside. Man, when you have that kind of running back, you are always in the game for picking up a first down no matter what the situation is. He does it there. They move the chains. It's 1st and 10 at the Panther 20.
I mean, 2 Panthers had a shot at him, including Hayden and I can't remember who the other one was, maybe Jamal Tatum on the play, but he's just so quick. He's there and then he's not.
He's lined up in the I formation. Under center they go. Off to the right side. He cuts it back to the inside. And not only is the damage that he's doing right now on the ground, it's also for later in the game when he wears his Panther defense out. Steven Rogers checking in for the Panthers. DeAndre Washington coming out for Sac City. So a pickup of only 2 that time. 2nd down and 8 to go. Under center, now they'll try the left side. Why not? He cuts it back inside, back outside, and he's tackled at the 13-yard line.
A superlative job of following blocking there. There were 4 tacklers almost within arm's reach of him, but the running lanes created by the change of direction and a couple nice outside blocks made that a very exciting short yardage carry.
3rd down and 4 to go now. They have kept it on the ground. Now they come out. They'll be in their pistol formation. Wideouts, 1 on left, 1 on the right, and it's still Fleming in the backfield. They're looking over to the sideline, and I think the Roadrunners will take a timeout. They do. So they take an early timeout here in the second half. 10:34 to go in the 3rd quarter, and they are leading 13-6 after the Panthers took the opening second half kickoff, went 3 and out, and find themselves with their backs to the wall right now.
Well, they do indeed, and for the most part this has been a clean game. There's been a handful of penalties, not much, and let's credit our crew of game officials, again headed by veteran referee Gary Sango. He's working with umpire Andrew Sidarius, head linesman Dan Dean, Eric Perez is the line judge, and Doug King the side judge. Our field judge today, Walter Michael, and Marty Zwanzinger, the back judge. Nice job, guys.
Yeah, it's very easy to criticize officials and their crews, but some of these games, we're looking at 25, 30 flags. We have not had that up to this point. 3rd down and 3 to go. King fires it. Oh, could not hit his receiver at the 7. Actually hit him, but the pass was too high. And now we're looking at a 4th down, and it looks like Coach Jordan will send in his field goal team.
Well, I'd call that a pretty smart play. His ace kicker has connected on 2 out of 2. And, Farfan has a strong leg, although the previous field goal line drive barely snuck in.
It did sneak in nonetheless. Now he'll try a 31-yarder. Kick is up, and it looks good. It is no good. Wide to the right side, and a penalty flag is thrown in the Panther defensive side. Oh, and all indications are that it may go against the Panthers.
I won't even speculate. If that's the case, and it's caused by unsportsmanlike lip service, that cannot be tolerated. If this is, in fact, a penalty that allows a 1st down, boy, oh boy, here's Gary Sango's call.
Do you want to translate that, Will?
All I do know is that Sac City's got the football and Butte came up empty.
Wow. That big, we're just bragging about the officiating crew. They have a big huddle. They come out. I don't know what that was, but like you said, they signal 1st down for the Panthers and at the 10-yard line. So the Panthers avoid 1 bullet there.
It has to be a penalty against the Panthers to put them where they are, but it does not allow a first down.
Does not give them a first down. Okay, 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Laird, oh, it looked like he wanted to go deep. Now he's got some room, throws it over the middle. Oh, at the 22-yard line. I'm sorry, you can't throw it better than that.
Another drop. It would have been for first down yardage. Tough luck. Penalty marker dropped along the far hash mark. That was terrific secondary coverage. I was looking at the 3 receivers out on routes, and they were all covered.
So Laird does a good job avoiding the pressure.
Initially, it was a good fake that had the Butte defense shifting to the far side, but when Laird came out of the pocket, he was under pressure.
White is leaving the game for the Panthers. They are being marched back to their own 5-yard line.
Repeat
so it's
first down, 1st and 15, Randy.
1st and 15 they go. Boy, Panthers in a deep hole here. Gillum wide to the left. Quick throw out, and it is short, and slipping down. Intended receiver is Keith Brown.
There was no communication there between Laird and Brown. When Laird let that go, he was under some pressure there, but Brown was still continuing upfield when he turned and looked back and saw the ball on the way, and he was unable to retreat enough to make the catch.
Now Scattaboo comes into the backfield, 2nd down and 15. Once again, the Roadrunners showing a blitz right up the middle, but they back out of it. They stay out of it. They run the football. Nowhere to go. Pick up of maybe a yard. So the Panthers, 3rd down and 14 to go.
I tell you, I'm starting to feel like you, Randy. With that creative call just now, I don't know what to think.
They've got 3 wideouts on the right side, 1 over on the left side. Laird with Scattaboo in the backfield needs to come up with a huge play here. Throws it deep, it's picked off, but I think the Panthers will get a break at the 28-yard line. I think they get a break, Will.
Brown bumped and shucked, and we've got an injured Roadrunner down here near the 40-yard line in the person of defensive back St. Evans, a sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
He made the interception, but the flag looks like it will be against.
Pass interference against Butte, and we certainly hope the injury to Evans is not a serious one, but he looks like he's in considerable discomfort, writhing back and forth on his back.
We've got a good game going here as we're looking at the injured Roadrunner down on the field, Evans, who intercepted the ball, but it will be negated by the penalty, not to minimize his, he's up on his feet. That's good to see.
They were checking his right knee, and as you can see there, he's walking very, very softly, somewhat assisted, but he may be done for the day.
Now, he is not the player that committed the pass interference. That was down short of him. So he will be helped to the sideline, and the situation is the Panthers have the football. They are down 13-6. They have the football at the 21-yard line, so they get out a little bit of that hole they have dug. They started at the 10, went back to the 5, and now they're at the 20. Scattaboo in the backfield. Scattaboo straight ahead, wouldn't be too bad to see. He goes out in the flat, gets the pass. He's at the 20 and is upended at the 23. Not a lot of room.
That was an impressive solo tackle by defensive back DeAndre Gooden. out of Orange Park, Florida. He took on Scattaboo one-on-one, hit him knee high and dropped him flat.
Not something we're used to seeing. So a pickup of 2 yards. Laird now sees something, looks over to the right side. Definitely looks like the Panthers are changing the play call. And here's the snap. And he's got a man wide open at the 40, at the 45, midfield, 40. He may score. Going into the end zone is Mack. Always you have to look for the flags. I do not see a flag, and the Panthers sideline celebrates. The crowd gets into it for maybe the first time tonight. A hookup. I definitely think they saw something, they changed the play, and then Mack makes a great individual effort, takes it in, and now a chance to tie this game. In comes Barnby, trying to make it 13-all, 8:36 to go in the third.
Out of the horde of Harbaugh, and we got a tie ball
game. Good,
game.
How about that? So the Panthers came out here in the second half. They looked lackluster. One big play, 77 yards from Laird to Mack, and that turns things around. And boy, what a different feeling this game has right now after that hookup.
They go 90 yards in 7 plays and tie this thing at 13-all, making that gift field goal at the end of the first half even larger.
Well, in the first half, Mack had 1 catch for 23 yards. Meanwhile, Laird was 10 out of 17 for 92 yards, no touchdown. But he gets his first one this afternoon, as well as Mack doing it. It's huge, and now Barnby will put the foot to it at the 35. Here we go. It's high. It is not very deep. Taken at the 19-yard line. They've got a good return set up, though, and this might go all the way. Oh, Barnby saves 6. No question about it.
He didn't make the tackle, but he made him change direction enough for some catch-up in the person. Let's see, I don't know who was trailing the play, but Barnby made him turn, and it did save a TD. And just like that, boy, Butte right back.
So the first half, pretty much a defensive struggle. 13-6 was our score at halftime. And now some fireworks, a missed field goal by Butte, and now a 77-yard touchdown pass, Laird to Mack, and now a great return, has the ball at the Panther 37-yard line, and the Roadrunners coming out tied at 13. Taylor King takes the snap, gives it off to the left side. There's the guy. Oh, a holding. That should be a holding call, and will negate this nice run by Fleming. Want to thank our stats from David Silverstein at Butte College. Appreciate him giving us stats. It's nice for us to have some numbers. And a defensive battle, you do not see a low-scoring half like what we saw normally. But now the holding call will take it back to the Panther 46-yard line. 8:20 to go in the third quarter, 13-all. Beautiful evening. There is no sun on the field right now. Temperatures are very nice.
1st and 19 facing Butte here.
Full house backfield they go. They like to run out of that. Now they're going to throw out of it. He shoots it deep, has a receiver open at the 30.
He was wide open. Raphael Lewis able to come over and make the stop finally, but they bit off a huge chunk of the 19 yards they needed.
Robinson makes a reception at the 30, so it's Going to be 2nd down and 3 now.
16 yards on the pickup.
Again, when you have Fleming in the backfield, why not keep it on the ground? But they're going to throw for it. It's caught at the 25-yard line, enough for the 1st down.
Joe Johnson wide open again and again. The Sac City DB's giving so much of a cushion there. He didn't even have to run a route.
That was really an easy throw for Taylor King. Taylor King, the starting quarterback tonight, because Tommy Hayes was injured in last week's game, so could not go tonight. And King has done a pretty good job. Now, it doesn't look like he's probably the runner that Tommy Hayes is. Throws a nice ball. 1st and 10 at the Panther 25. Looking deep over the middle, throws it, man wide open. It's caught, taken down at the 2-yard line.
The big tight end virtually uncovered, again making his presence felt. Steely Smith, 6'4", 255 pounds, nobody near him, and the throw was high and away. He had to elevate and show the good hands as well.
Hayden Thornton makes a tackle for Sac City. So the Panthers have their big play now steadily and quickly, actually. Here come the Roadrunners. 1st and goal. Fleming, number 20 in the backfield. Expect him to get the football. He does. He's stacked up, though. No, he's still on his feet. Man, he had nowhere to go, was stacked up, and was still going.
Very, very, very difficult to drop. He's got tremendous balance, tremendous leverage. He does wind up losing a couple back to the 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4 after the 23-yard hookup to Steely Smith set them up.
So he'll stay in the game, lined up deep in that I formation. Taylor turns, gives him the football. He ducks back inside. That is a touchdown, a 4-yard touchdown run. He ducked inside or behind his offensive line. They just kept pushing.
And he broke 2 tackles there and, in fact, crossed the goal line running backward.
High snap. It's down and up and good. So with 5:55 to go, Butte College regains the lead after Sac City had just tied the game on a 77-yard pass, Laird to Mack. Now a 4-yard touchdown run by Fleming gets it in there, and they take the lead 20-13.
And it was the 47-yard kickoff return that set that up all the way to the Sacramento 37-yard line to put them in business there.
Darden will be back for the Panthers to return Farfan's kick. Let's see if Sac City can maybe get pretty good field position. Now, the last time they kicked away, they kicked the ball away from Darden. Six plays, 37 yards on that drive. Boy, when you have a short field like that, they made him pay. Farfan, and he's kicking it away again. Taken back at the goal line, up to the 10-yard line, up to the 20, knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Let's see, now they'll mark it back at about the 26.
Okay, Laird's going to have to crank up this Panther offense again. It didn't take long to break that tie. Butte with plenty of weapons.
Gillum on the return gets a 26-yard return. Panthers take over, 1st and 10 from there. Lights are on here at Hughes Stadium. Good football game for you here on SportsNetUSA.net. Hope you're enjoying the action. We'll have one more Panther home game for you next week. 4 o'clock start next week as well. Pass is thrown. It's caught at the 37 and diving up to the 40.
Grab there on a crossing pattern, one of the few times they've gone over the middle. Timothy Robinson big target at 6'3" and 193 pounds. First down.
Yeah, Robinson, 88, did a nice job stretching out, picking up the first down. Now they come back to the right side, slipping down at midfield. That's Gillum. Gillum out of Stagg High School in Stockton, California. And it's another Panther first down. I like it when they run this fast offense. They pick up the pace. They seem much better at it. And here we go. A 4-yard gain and bending him backwards as they stack Scattaboo up. Still on the ground, a decent gain. A pickup of about 4, second down and 6.
When they go no huddle, they don't allow Butte really a good chance to adjust or substitute.
Scattaboo in the backfield. Laird, high pass is caught by Mack. What hands by Mack down near the 23-yard line. Great concentration. Mack should have been hit and nailed, but he brings it in. A good pickup. The Panthers on a roll here trying to tie it. And that doesn't look good. Scattaboo is hit. He'll still pick up a yard or two. Not in sync on that first down carry.
Those are the situations where when you're running the no huddle, Laird has to have the composure to slow it down a little bit and not make a mistake.
2nd and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Looking out to the left, throws it deep. Oh, it was there. If he would have lofted the ball just a little bit more, that might have been 6. Robinson.
After 3 consecutive plays of 13, 11, and 22, now they shoot 2 blanks and they're looking at a 3rd and 9 here and have allowed Butte a chance.
Laird takes the snap, throws it, it's picked off at the 10-yard line. Scattaboo trying to get the tackle, and Laird comes up, puts a hit. Finally, Scattaboo gets him down near midfield.
That was an interception by Mason Montgomery. We called his name earlier. He's out of Ashland, Oregon. He stepped right into the passing lane. I'm not even sure that Laird saw him. It was right to him.
Yeah.
He did have Robinson open about another 8 yards up the field, but credit Montgomery for having good hands on that, but it was thrown directly to him.
Well, we see the good hands by Montgomery coming in. He was also the leading tackler for the Roadrunner defense. So he does a great job of tackling, picks it off there, and a nice job of running. So the Roadrunners in business at their own 48-yard line, 4:06 to go in the third quarter. They lead by 7.
Well, that was an excellent drive that just fizzled abruptly.
Combs goes in motion, and a spin move in the backfield. That should have been no gain. And instead Fleming will pick up a couple, but that could have been a 4 or 5 yard loss.
Yeah, more like 6 or 7. And again, testimony to his balance, his ability to change direction. He just shucked off that arm tackle 6 yards deep in the end zone.
Fleming is listed at 6 foot 210. A lot of times, though, those little backs pretty strong for their size, and he broke off a couple tackles there. 2nd down and 8. King, gun formation, steps back, all the time in the world, throws, has his man. Combs with the reception, and Combs will not go down. He's still on his feet, taken down at the 30-yard line.
Too much high tackling above the waist, shoulder pad level. That's not going to bring down a sturdy runner with good leverage and leg drive.
Well, Combs, 5'11", 175, freshman from Bonnie Lake, Washington. Looked like he should have been tossed down easily, but he goes down with every ounce of his strength, and it's a first down at the 30.
They pick up 20 on the play, and credit Combs. He drove the defensive back well off of him and then curled back and was wide open.
Power backfield they go. Number 20 usually gets the carry. They fake it, looking deep over the middle, shoots him long. Oh, that was a well-designed play as well. Running deep on the coverage, Raphael Lewis, but that could have been an easy 6.
And that's what running back of Fleming's caliber can do. Every time they even fake to him, they have to play that honest and respect the run. And that frees up Butte to throw the football effectively up the field, and Taylor King has really taken advantage of that.
Stephen Robinson, the intended receiver, he stays in the game. It looked like he wanted to head to the sideline. 2nd down and 10, so they go back to the ground attack. And the Panthers really do a good job of gang tackling Fleming that time, pushing him back, no gain.
They did a good job of ganging up, but he was still on his feet after being driven back 10 yards. That guy is a tough back, maybe the best we've seen all season. There were 4 Panthers ganging up on him and still couldn't drop him.
He does pick up 1 yard. They credit him with a 1-yard pickup, 3rd down and 9. They've got 3 wideouts in the game. Fleming stays in, passes down the middle, it's incomplete.
They had 4 receivers out, and they threw to the one that was the best covered on that, all alone along the near sideline, almost to the goal line. Again, Joe Johnson, and he's been open all night.
McNeely was the intended receiver. 1:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is 4th down and 9. Coach Jordan will go for it. He's got 3 wideouts in there, and again, Fleming can pick up 9. They fake to Fleming, and that will be, he spins out of the sack. Will not pick up the 1st down, but there's a flag thrown at the 35.
Don't want to speculate, but I think it's going to be a hold on Butte.
Hold on Butte, so if they have the option, they'll decline it, and Panthers will get the football back.
So a pretty good drive fizzles here as the Panthers come up with a stop after some clutch defensive play when it looked like Butte was in prime opportunity to add some insurance to that 7-point lead.
And going down by 14 would be a huge order for the Panthers offense, but their defense, and I think the Panthers defense, all in all, they played pretty well this season. And now if the offense can come back out, pick them up, it could be a wild 4th quarter. They've got trips on the right side. Laird likes to throw to the right side. Now they throw it. It's caught and weaving his way through traffic. Maybe a 10-yard pickup. Boy, that hookup with Gillum, who started fast in the game, then has kind of calmed down, but he picks up 10. Good connection.
Very much so. Hurry up offense.
Ball's at the 35. Scattaboo going outside and cuts back inside, held to a 2-yard pickup. I like to see Scattaboo go straight up the middle or off right tackle, between the guard and the tackle, or off left tackle between those 2 spots. Seems to be very effective that way, but he picks up one now instead of 2. They give him a 1-yard pickup. We're at 1:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Scattaboo, now he goes outside, goes ahead, and runs up to the 42-yard line. And will bring up 3rd down for Sac City, 3rd and 3. White comes back into the game. Scattaboo stays in there. So they've got 2 wideouts on the left side. Slotted on the left side is Gillum. 3rd down and 3. Laird has his man. Mack has it. Good job by Mack knowing where that 1st down marker was. and he carries up to the Panther 47. Another Panther first down. Now the Panthers may let this wind down. They're all looking to the sideline.
The play clock and game clock are identical.
So they may let it run down. It looks like that's what they're intending to do. Now they come out with 7 on the clock. Maybe do a quick snap here. White goes in motion. They do snap it. Scattaboo trying to run wide. Oh, he gets outside. He's got the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds near the 40. That's not the way it's drawn up, but he makes it work. And that is the buzzer, or the end of the third quarter. Scattaboo running wide, picks up another Panther first down. That's it. 3 are in the books. At the end of 3, here from Hughes Stadium, it is Butte over Sac City, 20-13. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on SportsNetUSA.net. Back at Hughes Stadium, Sacramento, California. Randy and Will with you. Hope you're enjoying the game tonight. We've got 15 minutes of action to go. It has been crazy. It was a defensive battle, 13-6, our halftime score, Butte. And now a wild third quarter. Panthers on the move, and they are down 20-13, but they have the ball at the Butte 41. Hang on. This could be one of those wild endings.
There's confusion in this formation. Still 13 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if they can line up correctly.
So Darden, a high snap, and Darden gets the carry. And he breaks loose. Darden was stopped. He was completely stopped. And somehow, I don't know how, he got free and carries down to the 9-yard line. What happened?
Butte relaxed after it looked like he was stymied and grabbed, and he was able to slither off and found a little alley and was able to carry for another 20 or so with nobody around him. Then they chased him. Here we go.
Darden stays in there. He's going to get the carry this time. No gain. The fans went crazy. I thought he was stopped. And next thing you know, he's running down the Panther sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 9. I told you, this looks like it's going to be a wild, crazy finish.
Darden, 32 yards on the scamper to put it inside the 10 as we just opened the fourth quarter. Anybody's guess from here, Randy.
And Mr. Outside, Scattaboo, comes back in there. Scattaboo says, pitch it to me, I'll take it wide. They're throwing to the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Good defensive coverage there.
That was superior coverage on a well-thrown ball. And as soon as the receiver touched it, the defensive back smacked him hard. It looked like Dirk Lacey.
Keith Brown was the intended receiver. So it brings up
third and goal.
Third and goal from the 9. Oh, out of bounds, back of the end zone, way long. His receiver did not have a shot at that.
Are you kidding me, right?
So we will see the field goal team come out. Oh, disappointing for the Panthers. First and goal at the 9. 3 incomplete passes. Brings out the field goal unit. Barnby out of Cosumnes Oaks High School in Elk Grove. A sophomore kicker. He will line up and try a 27-yard attempt from the left hash. The hold is down. The kick's up. Oh, it's good. I love it when these officials delay their call. They don't put their arms up right away. But Barnby puts it through the uprights, and it's now 20-16, 13:49 to go.
I think that kick was partially blocked and it fluttered. It stayed true on line, but weakened by a partial block.
Oh my gosh. So the Panthers disappointed they cannot get 6 up there, but they put 3 on the board. 20-16 our score, and one more time the Panthers defense will have to come out and somehow hold this Roadrunner offense in check. That's not an easy chore. Barnby teeing it up. And the Panthers have really been hurt by big returns tonight by the Roadrunners. See if they come up with a pooch kick or something. Barnby puts a foot into it. That will carry deep into the end zone. He's coming out at the 5, at the 10. There's a huge hole. And the Panthers special teams has been burned again. A return up near the 29-yard line. A Roadrunner has his helmet knocked off. So what?
Now the hitting is furious right now, and the one doing the hitney on that play to knock off the helmet was Sac City's Jamal Rainey, backup running back out of Detroit, and he just shivered some timber and knocked that helmet clear off.
But still a good return for the Roadrunners, and that's why I say, so what? That's a great return. They're in business at their own 29-yard line, and they have a 4-point lead. Pitch out, it's caught. Stutter stepping and somehow still on his feet, knocked out of bounds. Boy, that's a good reception. It's
Walls had
Robinson.
the coverage on Robinson and gave him the outside, and still wasn't able to drop him. He was counting on the sideline to help him there, but didn't make the stop.
And because of that, it's a Roadrunner first down at the 39-yard line. Defense has to dig in somehow here. Fleming deep in the eye. They send a man over to the left side now. King gives it to Fleming. Fleming cuts it back. The Panthers, after that early going, and especially that first down possession for the Roadrunners, they've stiffened, but he did have 112 yards in the first half.
Oh, he's been dynamite all night. Even his short carries are impressive.
So he gains 3, second down and 7. Panthers defense needing a turnover here. The offense has just had a tough time getting in the end zone, settling for field goals. Digging in they go. They shoot it, and a huge hole off to the right side. Carrying down to the Panther 45. Fleming one more time. Why not?
Man, he made a change of direction at the Butte 45 that just broke an ankle and left somebody grabbing air. This guy's special.
He's only a freshman as well. So it's possible he could be back here next year doing the same thing. Who knows, maybe in even greater numbers. But it's a first down at the Panther 45.
13 on the carry.
A touchdown here would certainly make it tough. An uphill climb for Sac City. This time he tries to sweep it wide to the left. Now, in the early going, they had a lot of success running that play. This time, virtually no gain. Well, Fleming continues to pile up the yardage. He's at about 150 now unofficially. No gain there. Second down and 10. Gun formation, throwing it out. Oh, incomplete. Combs, the intended receiver.
He was wide open, and the pass was high, but Walls gave him a 15-yard cushion.
Now the thing would be, are these defensive backs, are they going to maybe jump a route, give them that cushion, but jump it? So far we have not seen that. So it's third down and 10.
Wouldn't be surprised if he comes right back to that.
Gun formation, he's looking right, throws it and overshot his receiver.
Had him
at
wide
the
open
30. Again, it was there. That time he is trying to hit Fishback. A fishback is from Chico, local guy, but no chance at that. 4th and 10.
Now that was just Taylor King missing 2 wide open receivers.
And at this point, if you are the Panthers, you don't care how 4th down shows up. You take it, send out your punt return team out there. That's a pooch punt, and it could be trouble for Sac City as it will be touched inside the 10-yard line. That's a good punt, though.
It's a good punt if the receiver doesn't come up and fair catch it 15 yards ahead of where it bounced from.
So Brown does not come up, and 11:21 to go. Still a lot of time in this game. 20-16 our score. Well, the Panthers had to come from behind last week against Siskiyou. Let's see if they can do it again this week. Butte College, one of the powers in community college football in Northern California, is the obstacle this time.
Shaky special team on punt returns have hurt the Panthers tonight. The fumble, of course, that cost them. And now here they open from the 10 because they didn't fair catch.
Scattaboo has a hole. Scattaboo big time. He's at the 25 and taken down at the 29-yard line. So Scattaboo doing what he does. Straight up the middle he goes.
Now he's been piling up some nice yardage, especially after he went wide on that long run. He's probably close to 50 on the night.
So the ball is at the 28-yard line, they mark it, and Laird gives it on the ground. Darden up to the 32. So the Panthers trying to keep the ball on the ground, run off some clock, but pick up some yardage. That'll be about a 3-yard pickup by Darden.
The previous carry, 18 yards for Scattaboo, so he's having a nice evening. Probably the best rushing game the Panthers have had.
4 wideouts. They fake to Darden. Laird, nowhere to go, throws it away. I don't mind that at all.
No, as soon as he saw that his sideline receiver was covered, he got flushed and got outside the hash mark and threw it away.
3rd and 7 now for Sac City. Clock has stopped, 10:32 to go. Now Butte has 2 timeouts remaining in the game, 3 for the Panthers.
Play clock down to 12. They better get it together.
I think you take a timeout here. They're down to 5, 4, 3, 2. They get the snap off, but it doesn't look good. And that pass is incomplete. I would have really liked to see a timeout. Brown was near midfield. That was a crucial down, and the Panthers will have to send out their punting unit again. And this has been danger. You talk about the Panthers' return team. Well, their punt and kickoff coverage just has not been very good tonight.
Now, they've been stung repeatedly on long returns, as you've already mentioned, Randy.
Franzen will try to kick it away.
Line drive directly to the returner.
Yep, and it's taken at the 35-yard line, but the Panthers this time, it's a 5, maybe a 6-yard return.
Only because the returner ran into his own blocker.
But still pretty decent field position. Excellent. All in all.
Excellent field
Ball
position.
Is at the 40, so once again, you're asking your defense to go out there and hold them outside of a touchdown. And that's just a tall order. Ball is at the 41. Here they come. Panthers trying to get a big victory here at home, Hughes Stadium. Taylor King has started and gone all the way. The give is out to the left side, and that's a pickup of about 4.
Handoff goes to number 33, Trammell.
Trammell with the carry, and he picks up, well, we'll give him Let's call that 5. 2nd down and 5 now. They've got 4 wideouts for one of the few times tonight. And they fake it, they throw it out, and they've run this screen very well. They get another nice block out there.
That was identical to the play we saw in the first quarter, Randy, where that downfield block sprung the short hitch pass into a big gain.
Fishback with the reception. It's another 1st down. The ball is at the Panther 46-yard line. And it doesn't look like that should gain many yards, and the Panthers are out there, but they are just not shutting it down. 9:20 to go, clock ticking down. Good football game here this evening. And now we've got too many men on the field, I believe, for Butte. They were confused, guys running
I think
in and out.
There's only 10 out there. Penalty marker got tossed.
Oh, no. They wave it off.
The phantom call, Randy, the one that we always look for. Referee Gary Sango picked it up. He's going to give Butte a timeout here.
All right, well, I'll let this one go because Butte called the timeout with 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. He threw the flag, but Butte had called timeout. So
I'll
the
let
Roadrunners.
I'll let you let that one go because I don't let those
You're
go.
not letting that one go. I will. I'm going to be charitable here.
You're a charitable man.
Second timeout of the second half. So they're down to 1. And the Panthers still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 9:12 to go. 20-16 our score. And it's a 1st down at the Panther 46. For the Panthers, a turnover here would be nice. And Fleming checks back in. You don't give that guy very long to stand on the sidelines.
No pass pressure.
Throwing it deep. It's all alone. That's a touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
A one-handed catch on the dead run, uncovered, wide open, a spectacular aerial connection for 6 for the Roadrunners.
And he was wide open. Joe Johnson.
He's been open all night, Randy.
Oh, man. Wide open.
No, that was the best catch we've seen in a long time.
So, wow. It's 26-16. Now trying to make it 11. Farfan, he does. 9:04 to go, and that may be the backbreaker there.
Well, with still lots of time, Sac City will have to immediately answer that with a touchdown drive to pull back into contention.
Their offense just has not been able to stick it in the end zone outside of the 177-yard hookup with Mack and Laird. They just kicking field goals, and now they are down by 11, so it will be more than field goals they'll have to stick up on the board. 60 yards, only 3 plays. And that's the story. What a catch by Johnson. But again, he was wide open. Panthers defense has really played a good game tonight. They just have these breakdowns, but your offense has to give you more than what it's given you.
Okay, now the twin returners are at the 5. The 5-yard line. Big gap between the up men and those deep returners. Let's see where Farfan, now he's looking it over. He's looking for an open space.
He is. They keep kicking it away from, this time
Come
they kick
up.
it in Darden's direction. He takes on the run at the 12, up to the 28, still on his feet. And he's gone backwards. It will be probably about the 28-yard line, 27, when they give him his forward progress. So not outstanding field position for Sac City. Roadrunners trying to go 5-3 on the season.
Well, they've been played tough tonight, extremely tough by Sac City. You can probably go back to a handful of plays that have produced the situation we have now with just under 9 minutes remaining, and the Roadrunners sitting on an 11-point lead. This has been a very well-played, hard-fought game.
Panthers need lightning to strike. They need it to strike 2 or 3 times. That is not it. That is Mack. Just hard to understand.
Now that pass was right between his numbers, and he looked to go before he had it. We've seen 2 of those tonight. And one of them was either Collier or Gillum that we saw down here on the 10-yard line back in the first half. So tough break for Laird and the Panthers, 2nd and 10.
8:50 to go. Clock is stopped. They run the football. Nowhere to go. The ball is up to the 30. White with the carry. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you are down with 8.5 to go. I know you want to have the ground game going, but that's a pickup of 3, so it's 3rd down and 7.
As the clock continues to roll.
Now the Panthers
they're looking like it's in the first half.
And they play so much crisper when they go into the no huddle and they, pick up the tempo. There's Mack. Mack is taken down at the 44.
They didn't give him to stop the clock, though. It's going to continue to roll. They're giving a tackle there and no out of bounds.
Well, they're moving the chain, so it stops until they get the chain set. So the ball is at the 44. That time, good concentration by Mack. Clock starts. Now we're under 8. Twins on the right side. Scattaboo goes in motion. They throw it back to him. He's throwing it down the field. Oh, incomplete, but will that be pass interference at the 22? So. That was Mack, the intended receiver.
No, they're going to clip Butte defensive back Kano Mole, freshman out of Georgia, for some kind of contact there when Mack was going up. And there's another flag back down here near midfield. Maybe offsetting.
So they do a little razzle-dazzle, but 2 penalties, 1 each way. So they'll replay the down. It was there. And it looked like the Panthers had a huge break. But now they will replay the down. 7:49 to go, 27-16. Panthers need a furious rally here in the 4th. It's a short toss and getting down into the 48-yard line.
So it's natural instinct to try to gain another couple of yards here. But it's more important to get out of bounds.
It is. And Robinson did not do that.
Neither did the previous play by Mack.
And Robinson, he needs to step back a little bit here. So 2nd down and 2. Scattaboo. Now he needs to go out of bounds, and he doesn't do that either. Taken down at the 41. So he does pick up the 1st down. The clock will stop temporarily. And the Panthers need to get out there and be ready to snap the football. Oh, now we have an injured player in front of the Panther bench. It appears to be a Roadrunner down on the field. I have no vision right now to see who it is. And we'll take a quick break. The defender gets to his feet. We'll be right back here on SportsNetUSA.net. Welcome back.
Well, the injured Roadrunner off the field under his own power, momentarily shaken up Valini Pa'iamawala.
Ball is at the 42-yard line of Butte. Panthers, they pump it. Now they're going long, and that's got to be a flag.
They were going for Mack, and he did a stop-and-go route that completely burnt Kevin Alexander, who bumped him, and he's coming up with palms raised, wondering, why me?
Well, that was obvious. I mean, that was obvious. And again, see, I like this. Not only because of the situation, I like to see teams throw the ball down the field because this is what you may get as well as a pass being caught.
Me too, me too. Let's have more of that.
Well, you know, I mean,
I do.
You don't get that on a little slip screen. They're not going to call any pass interference.
There is the taboo term. Randy Routier and the slip stream.
Or whatever kind of screen.
That's it. I was telling Rick about
First down. Throwing it over the middle. Oh, he was wide open at the 5. And man, oh man, Laird would give anything to take that one back.
Laird had Gillum so open, it just blew his mind. It was a high bullet. He could have afforded to put some loft on that and lob it in there.
And Gillum would have walked into the end zone the final 5 yards. He stays in the game at 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 27-yard line. Panthers still with 3 timeouts remaining, 7:04 to go. There's a lot of time, but it is winding away. Laird over the middle. Oh, Mack broke late, and it was at his feet. Again, a little more loft, and that would have been 6. It's easy to say that up here.
Yes, it is.
But it was there as well. So Laird now looking at 3rd down and 10. Obviously, this is a 2-down situation. White leaves the game. Brown checks back in. He's slotted on the right side. Scattaboo in the backfield. Brown in motion back this way. Everybody moves. Everyone moves. And they will call the Panthers offense. You pick out the number.
3rd and 15 from the Butte 32. Less than 7 now.
Well, Laird has had guys open the last 2 times.
Especially the first one to Gillum. Had he been able to connect there, they would have been back within 4 points with 9 minutes to go.
So Gillum's on the right side. Setting it back. Laird's going to be sacked. Sacked at the 40-yard line. The one thing you couldn't have happen just occurred for the Panthers.
Well, that was a huge defensive stop there by Butte, coming from Peter Sagapoliti out of St. Louis High School in Hawaii.
All right, well now the Panthers are going to punt the football. 6:25 to go. They are down by 11. Franzen comes out. He's going to pooch it. No, he kicks it high, trying to hit the corner. It bounces, goes into the end zone.
Do they ever try to kick diagonally and get it out of bounds inside the 10?
I think that was the intention there, but it does not work. And so not a whole lot gained by punting the football, but the ball will be Roadrunners football, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 6:10 to go. They're trying to put the final nail in the coffin here, salting this game away, running their record to 5-3.
Well, with 6:10, still time to play, but something's going to have to be made by the Panther defense in this series right here. Their defense needs to make a play.
Roadrunners came in ranked number 7 in Northern California. They run the football on the ground. There's a flag over there at the 20.
It's probably going to be a block from behind against Butte's wide receiver on the far side. And referee Gary Sango has the call. Make it a hold, and a bad start for Butte on this possession.
Well, a lot more penalties rung up here in the second half, but still, all in all, not that many.
Just 5 of them, I believe, on Sac City tonight. That might be a season low, Randy. 1st and 20.
Under center goes King. Keeps it on the ground, trying to dig this one out. Once again, Martin Fleming.
Well, if the Panthers are to review the film of this game and look back, and without having any idea, I'm quite sure they're over 300 yards in total offense, maybe more than that, maybe 400. They'll definitely see the 3 key plays or so on offense that stalled out drives. They moved the football tonight.
Yes, they did.
They moved it.
2nd down. They have to go all the way up to the 30 to pick up the 1st down. And, boy, ever so close is Fleming.
He got back half that penalty yardage. He got more than 10 on the carry. That guy is just superlative. He's the best I've seen this season.
3rd down and 7 now. So I said they have to go up to the 30-yard line to pick up the 1st down. Panthers have to have a stop. No other way to look at it. They have to have a stop right here.
Right now.
If they want to have a shot at winning this game. Gun formation. King looks left, steps up, throws it deep, has a man out there, but overthrows him on the far sideline, and it was Lewis with the coverage.
It's fortunate for Sac City that King was off target with that pass. There was very little, if any, pass pressure coming from Sac City there. He had a ton of time and still was able to flush out of the pocket a little bit and spot that deep receiver, but he missed him.
Stephen Robinson, one more time, the intended receiver. He has not had much pass rush pressure all evening long. So here we go.
Okay, special teams haven't done much that I can recall for the Panthers tonight. They could use a return here. Yet, just a solo safety. Are they going to try for a block here?
They do not.
They need a return.
But they didn't really
This?
set up for the return, and Brown gets away from it, and the ball will be touched dead at the 32.
Well, ask me to write a letter to the special teams coach here. What is the deal here with backing away from punts? Did that first half fumble terrify them so much that they're never going to return another one?
4:01 to go. That would have been the great time to set up a return, but they do not, and now they'll have to do it the hard way. Laird fires. He's got Mack. Good job by Mack stepping out of bounds at the 44. Well, join us next week, 4 o'clock, for the Panthers' final home game here, sportsnetusa.net. 4 o'clock start time. Will and I will be back here at Hughes Stadium with our sportsnetusa crew, Darden and Scattaboo. Turn around, and this is knocked back to Laird. So Laird completes a pass to himself and loses yardage.
After the 12-yard hookup to Mack, and that was one of those unusual plays that got batted, and he caught it and ran it. And they do lose a couple back to the 41 or so.
The clock is running, and there's 3:15 to go. What? I I don't know. Second down and 13 to go. Laird looks confused. Everybody looks. Wow. They lost a lot of time on that
Nearly
play.
a minute.
The clock runs down, and nothing happened.
We have game management situation here. All 7 officials are striding to the middle of the field here. Okay, start the clock, says Gary Sango. That was a real weird sequence.
3 timeouts for the Panthers, but now the time is way, way low. Laird will run for it, pushes it, it's caught, and the ball is at the 47-yard line. He may have been past the line of scrimmage. The flag from the far side, and now one from this side,
That's
so I
the
think
call.
they caught him.
Well, or perhaps ineligible receiver down the field.
Well,
Or with the reception.
Either way, Laird's just trying to make a play there, but they have been confused. So they call ineligible against the Panthers. .247 to go. 27-16 the score. And the Panthers, they don't need just a miracle. They need about 3 of them. Laird has made some good decisions tonight, not throwing the ball up for grabs. Shoots it long. It's caught. It's caught at the 30, down to the 20. So he comes up strong, does not give up.
Brown with the catch and run. Butte fortunate to grab him before he could get in for the quick 6.
So there might be half of a miracle.
44 yards on the catch and run.
Laird is going to throw it downfield. It's wide open. Oh, man. I thought for sure that was 6.
Unbelievable. A chance there to step another 3 yards into the end zone. Indecision cost a TD right there.
2:23 to go. That should be a penalty against the Roadrunners.
The marker came out in the end zone, half the distance upcoming, I would think, as things are getting frantic here in the final couple minutes.
Well, give the Panthers credit. They are playing it out to the end here.
Illegal substitution against Butte.
They still had that one guy running off the field.
So it's 1st and goal from the 2.
Well, if the Panthers can get one in the end zone here, kick the extra point, they still have 3 timeouts to use defensively.
If they can get in. Well, I think they go for the onside kick.
He throws it to Scattaboo. Touchdown! A simple little pass out in the flat. Scattaboo with the good hands hauls it in, and they get their 2nd touchdown here this evening. 2:05 to go. It's 27-22. Now, will they go for the 2-point conversion? It looks like they will. Scattaboo remaining out there. Mack and Brown lining up on the left side. Laird. All right, they're going for it. They're down by 5. They throw it to Scattaboo. He's shy of the end zone. He will not make it. 3 guys bring him down at the 5. That's huge. Now they have to have a touchdown to win this game.
Yes, they do.
A 2-point conversion would have made it possible to tie it with a field goal. Now they have to get 6. Right play to make, though. So Scattaboo is down on the field. We hope it's not serious. We will take a break. We'll be back with the final 2:05 here on SportsNetUSA.net. We are back, and the Panthers are set to kick it away. They are going to do the onside kick. There's a flag thrown. more than likely somebody on the Panthers offside. But the Roadrunners recover the football. Well, the odds of completing an onside kick are slim and none most of the time. Offside against the Panthers. First down for the Roadrunners at the 39-yard line of Sac City.
Well, they can stop the clock 3 times with timeouts. The Panthers, that is.
One timeout remaining for Butte.
That's probably the last thing they want to do.
Fleming. I expect to see Fleming, and Fleming. He gets the first carry off to the left side.
Gain of 3.
Second down and 7. Timeout taken by Sac City, so an even 2 to go in the contest. 27-22 is the score. Good football game here tonight.
It is indeed, and I'll tell you, statistically speaking, I would love to see total yardage numbers for both teams, but particularly for Sacramento City College. Probably a number that would not be well represented with the 22 points they've got on the board.
Panthers still have a chance to pull out the miracle win. Off to the left side and getting close to that first down is Fleming. If he gets the first down, it's over.
Ask and you shall receive. Up-to-date stats, Sacramento City College, 444 total yards to Butte's 429 prior to that carry. 330 passing for Laird, 237 upstairs for Taylor King. And I wasn't far off in that estimate I had made earlier about the 400 yards. They have gone up and down the field all night.
And it's just the fact that when you are settling for field goals, it usually seems like that comes back to haunt you.
It does. And on the rushing department, Butte with 197, and, of course, Fleming the biggest chunk of that. And Sac City, 114 on the ground. I'd be interested to know what Scadaboo's got. He's had his best day of the season.
He's played very well tonight. So the Panthers take their second time out. They've got 1 left. But here we go. This is the ball game right here. Third down and about 1.5 yards. If Fleming gets it, it's over. He does not, I don't think. Oh, he got a last push there at the end.
The Panthers
they say
think he's short, and Fleming always gets an extra push or 2 at the end.
Yes, that's right.
He's shown it all night and all season.
Now, where the linesman is standing, where they mark it, they're short as well.
Oh, they're short.
So the Panthers take their final timeout, 1:45 to go. They're down by 5, 4th and still about 1 yard to go. Coach Jordan now obviously is going to keep the ball on the ground.
Well, yeah, he's going to probably go again with his best running back. And even if they get stopped, the Panthers are going to need to cover about 70 yards here in 1:45 with no timeouts. So they're going to need another defensive stand like that last one.
Quite a big difference not getting that 2-point conversion in there, because now they have to go the whole length of the field and score. But this is really the ball game here.
Yeah, odds are against them going all the way to score, but they've run up 450 yards in offense.
It doesn't matter if they pick up this first down. They run it, no outside. He's got enough for the first down. That may be his only carry of the evening. Taylor King does it.
Well, the defense went right for Fleming, as it should, but no outside contained to keep that play from happening and prevent that kind of a gain.
You know, it's possible that King could play football for another 10, 15 years and never have a bigger 2-yard carry than that one right there. That should seal the game. And for Butte, win number 5 on the year.
In a row.
Under center, he's just going to take a knee. The Panthers cannot stop the clock. There's one. They'll do it 2 or 3 times. That will be it. So the Panthers put up a nice battle. It's just a little too late.
Well, it was a heck of a battle. Butte had to make the long road trip for an early matinee, not the 6 o'clock usual start here on the West Coast, but a 4 o'clock kickoff. So credit the Roadrunners for achieving a hard-fought, intense road win.
Another knee. 28 seconds on the game clock now, and the Roadrunners are celebrating. Tough loss for the Panthers. Again, join us next week, 4 o'clock kickoff time here on SportsNetUSA.net. The final Panther home game. Come out, support the Panthers. We'll take a break. Our final tonight, Butte over Sac City, 27-22. We'll be back with final wrap-up here on SportsNetUSA.net. We're back at Hughes Stadium, Sacramento, California. It was a battle tonight. Butte College came in ranked number 7 in Northern California. The Panthers battled but came up short tonight, 27-22. Well, just a tough game for Sac City to lose tonight.
Especially tough considering their comeback effort against a ball club that had come in with 4 consecutive victories and had just defeated a powerful Sierra ball club. And a valiant effort tonight. You know, one can point to several key plays that probably neutralized an opportunity for Sac City to win the football game, but there were a lot of positives tonight, especially with an offense that, though misfires here and there, surprisingly, can still pile up tremendous numbers in total yards and moving the football seemingly at will. And then at other times, they'll run a series of 2 or 3 downs and let a good drive just fizzle with some questionable calls. But all in all, terrific effort by the Panthers tonight against a dynamite ball club.
And another good sign for the Panthers right down to the end. They were battling all the way. An outside chance at the end to lose or win the game, pull this one out. They just did not have quite enough at the end. They got down a little bit too much, couldn't recover.
Yes, there was, you know, we could talk for the rest of the evening on the key plays that went down that were, you know, decisive and instrumental in the final outcome. But let's credit Butte for making the road trip, and their backup quarterback came through like a champion tonight. As you had mentioned earlier in the cast, number 2 QB Taylor King had a terrific night in relief of Tommy Hayes, who had been injured in the previous ball game. So can't bestow enough credit in that regard to Coach Jordan's ball club. And again, making a long road trip against you know, a home field advantage that's considerable. Kudos to the Thunderbirds, and tough luck on a valiant effort. Hard loss taken tonight by the Panthers.
And it was Taylor King on the 2-yard keeper at the end that was the final nail and preserved the victory for the Roadrunners. Congratulations to the Roadrunners as they continue on. I want to thank everyone here on the SportsNetUSA.net crew. Want to thank Andrew Christensen, our cameraman tonight. Really good to have Andrew here. Rick Stewart, our producer extraordinaire, adding a lot of things each time to the broadcast. Hope you enjoy that. And our producer director in the studio, Ed Ford, and of course Mitch Campbell, the athletic director here, Ruben Davis, the SID, and David Silverstein from Butte College. Appreciate some numbers being passed on to us. And Will, as always, thank you again for sitting in, and we'll be back here again next week at Hughes Stadium. Do it all again. Hope for a better end result.
Well, thank you, Randy. Always a pleasure working with you, and naturally, I'm ever so appreciative of you tolerating my ongoing editorial comments. But it'll be fun next week to wrap it up on the homestand here against Feather River, and it was a treat working with you and our producer-engineer, Rick Stewart, and Andy Christensen handling the camera duties tonight.
All right, that will take care of everything tonight. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Come back next week, 4 o'clock for the stadium, and support the Panthers as they play their last home game for the 2015 year. Good game